Can you guess what was the biggest challenge of my childhood? How are babies born? No, I knew that. My biggest challenge was whenever I was playing rock, paper, scissors with my friends, and I had rock, and I was beaten by paper, I told myself, there's something wrong about this game. Because rock can destroy scissors. Scissors can cut paper. But paper just can cover rock. And why is it assumed to be stronger? And who designed that game? So, I have been challenging with this problem all of my life. I'm not kidding, all of my life. Till I started working at Pulp and Paper Centre at UBC. And I told myself, Ata, here's the right place to find a solution for that question. So I asked myself again, what am I supposed to do here with paper? And let me ask you a question. What words come to your mind after pulp and paper? Tell me. Yeah, trees. Yeah, forest. Nature. The planet Earth. The planet Earth that we care about it. The planet Earth that we should save it for the next generations. The planet Earth that we should make it a better place for our kids to live. The same kids like me who are still confused about rock, paper, scissors. So, how is that possible? For example, we produce many plastic products, such as toys, every single year and day around the world. That is true that they are inexpensive, strong enough, easily foldable, but they are also ecologically irresponsible. Probably you have heard about a huge amount of plastic products that is floating at the middle of Pacific Ocean with size of maybe larger than province of British Columbia. For any small part of that huge mass, it takes about 450 years to degrade. Isn't it a disaster? So I was thinking, how could I make a good replacement for plastic products that it is inexpensive, easily formable, inexpensive, but also ecologically responsible? My answer for that question is paper. So why paper? Paper is a sustainable material which takes about 2 or 3 weeks to degrade. But using paper to make some paper products presents some challenges for us. There are 2 main challenges of using paper and making some paper products. First of all, you need to find a way to make some strong structures with paper. And then you should find a way to fold and form paper easily using less energy than plastic formings. How can we do that? My first key solution for that question is origami art. Origami art is a traditional Japanese art of folds. And probably what origami brings to your mind is just about making some talking frogs or flapping birds. But I'm telling you that origami has evolved during the last years a lot. And you can make many different applications using origami. For example, you can make many creative decorative stuff, such as Christmas ornaments, snowflakes, toys for kids, but also you can make some practical applications in our home, such as folding beds, folding chairs. But what really intrigues me to use origami was the high potential of making some strong structures using origami. And that's why that I focused in making some industrial applications. You may know him. He is Robert Lang. Robert Lang is a specialist in origami. If you just check his website, you will find many amazing and beautiful origami models there. But if you just want to make one of them by yourself, it takes 1,000,000 years to fold one of them by hand. So the problem is that how can we bring that art to our places? How can we make it easier for everyone to fold paper without using their hands, without having any skills? So we innovated a novel and brilliant idea to fold paper automatically without using hand, just by heat. We produced a special paper that I call it self-folding paper. Self-folding paper is a piece of paper that you can fold it without hand just by using heat, and it makes easier for everyone to fold the paper. How we do for making a self-folding paper is just to use a natural degradable polymer to fold the paper. That polymer is sensitive to heat. If you just heat that piece of polymer, it will start folding and shrinking. How we use that to fold the paper? I'm going to explain you. Assume that you have a small piece of paper and you want to fold it by using that polymer. First of all, you need to make a crease line on that piece of paper to make the folding easier, like this. And then, you should find the right size of the polymer and the right place on the paper to add the polymer on the paper. If you just adhere that polymer at 2 points around the folding line, and if you just heat that piece of paper, as the polymer starts shrinking, the paper starts folding, like this. This is the fundamental that we use to make the self-folding paper. I guess it is the show time. I talked a lot, and I'm going to show you a video that I made. Oh, before that, let me explain you about the process. I forgot it. First, you need to make a two-dimension design in your computer, and then simulate the folding to find out and figure out the right place on the paper to add the polymer on that. And then we transfer that design to an advanced machine to cut, crease, and perforate the paper. After adding the polymer at the same step, you will have a piece of paper that it is self-folding paper. If you just threw that piece of paper in an oven, or if you just use a hairdryer to heat it up, as the polymer starts shrinking, your model starts turning to a beautiful or strong origami model. This is the thing that I made, and this is my favorite model. This is the origami model, and if you just threw that piece of paper in an oven, and if you design it properly, it will start turning to a beautiful tessellation. It's just like a small creature that is folding and moving by itself without using anything, just by heat. This beautiful model and some similar models are strong enough because of the origami geometry. They are strong enough, but also using this technique further increase the strength of that model. I'm going to compare two different models. The first one, in the left-hand side, is folded by hand, and was difficult. And the other one is folded using this technology. If I just put a 5 pounds weight on both of them, because of the origami geometry, both of them can withstand, as you see in the video. But if I just increase the weight to 15 pounds, the one which is folded by hand cannot withstand. It will collapse easily. But the other one, because of the polymer that we use in the body of that structures, increase the strength of that model. So, using this property enables us to develop this idea to making some different applications. The larger size of that model can be used to making some protective layer to protect the fragile stuff inside the box. You can make your stuff and ship them wherever you want. Developing this idea enables us again to make a huge different range of applications. As I told you, it can be used to making some stuff for packaging. It's not only about making protective layer, but it's also about making the box by itself using this technique. Also, you can use this technique to making some construction stuff. You can make the acoustic layer, heat insulation layers, the noise insulation layer. They are strong enough. And what you need to do is just have large size of those self-folding paper, use a heat device to fold them in your place. They are not only ecologically responsible, but also economically responsible. Assume that, for example, you want to ship one of those materials to your place. Because this kind of paper in flattened, almost two-dimensional quality takes less place, that would cost less to transport. And you can save lots of energy and also lots of money to transport them to the place that you want to use them. Let's come back to some funnier stuff. This is some decorative stuff that we could make with this method. This is a beautiful snowflake that you can use it as a gift card for your friends. This is the snowflake that we made last Christmas and send it to some university's professors as a gift. If you just put that beautiful snowflake in an oven, even you can paint them, as it reaches to a certain temperature, it starts folding beautifully, and you can use this snowflake to decorate your Christmas tree. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So you can decorate your Christmas tree with that. You can decorate your room with that. You can send them as a gift card, as a greeting card to your friends. So the better application of that, the funnier one, is making some toys for kids. We have some designs that we can make a book for kids. It's not a reading book. It's just a decorative book. And if you just rip off any page of that book and throw it in an oven or use a hairdryer to heat it, it turns to a beautiful toys for kids. I'm sure kids love that. Even me. So also you can use them for making some lighting stuff. What you need to do is just to buy a piece of self-folding paper from the stores, bring them home, assemble a lamp inside of that, and as you turn on the lamp, the self-folding paper absorbs the energy from the lamp and starts folding and turns to a beautiful lampshade, like this one that I made, and I'm still using that. I could rise to the challenge of my childhood. Now it makes more sense that paper can beat rock. If you just use self-folding paper, and if you, whenever you're playing rock, paper, scissors, you should say that rock, self-folding paper, and scissors. So, in summary, I can say that we could prove that paper can offer many advantages of plastic products, such as it is strong enough, inexpensive, easily foldable, and ecologically and economically responsible. We just began to scratch the surface of potential of possibility of using paper as a replacement for plastic products. And you never know what might pop up. Thank you.